Good evening, Bulldog faithful, and thank you for tuning in to the 2020 Varsity Athletic Program. My name is Philip Sloma, and I am the Activities Director for the School District of New London. Like many of you, I was hopeful that we would have had the opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of our student athletes in person. However, the safety and well-being of our community is paramount. Therefore, this virtual presentation is our best option. I always try to find a silver lining when unpleasant circumstances present themselves. I understand and am sympathetic to the fact that student athletes, coaches, and families cannot be together to celebrate the accomplishments of this past season and take pictures one last time for posterity. The opportunities to earn conference honors, win a conference championship, advance through regionals and sectionals, with the dream of making it to the state tournament, were not possible for our boys basketball team or spring athletes. We felt robbed from these missed opportunities and the rites of passage that student athletes look forward to in high school. So where is the silver lining? Since school succumbed to the end of the athletic season in March due to COVID-19, all of us have had ample time to reflect and reevaluate what is important. In my self-reflection, and I hope for many of you, gratitude rose to the top of the list. I am thankful for being a New London Bulldog. Through all of our successes or shortcomings, the New London community continues to support New London co-curriculars. I am thankful for the student body at New London High School for their continued display of school pride at our sporting events throughout the year. I am thankful for our parents who have one of the most difficult responsibilities, raising a teenager. The standards that you have set for your children and commitment that you have shown them throughout their lives is a vital component of their motivation and dedication to co-curriculars. I am thankful for our outstanding teachers who are dedicated to making sure that our students are successful and holding them accountable with their academics. I am thankful for our student athletes who give us all enjoyment when we watch them participate in their athletic events. Their work ethic in the classroom carries over to their team and teammates, and the skills that they are learning become building blocks for future success. So even though we are apart and we're quarantined, we are connected in our commitment to support one another, our student athletes, and the co-curriculars that are offered at New London High School. We have so much to be grateful for. Our program tonight will feature each varsity coach highlighting their season. Of course, this deals with our fall and winter coaches. The spring coaches will talk about the season that could have been and address the senior athletes that were part of their team. Once the coaches' video concludes, a slideshow highlighting team awards and conference honors will take place for each particular sport. If students or families wish to have the picture of their son or daughter that is shown tonight in one of the slides, please contact me and I'll be more than happy to email them to you. At the conclusion of the fall and winter seasons, there will be a video showcasing pictures from the various sports that are played during these two seasons. Since the spring season did not take place, only senior athletes will be recognized at the conclusion of each spring coach's video. Mr. Bleck, Superintendent of Schools, will share a few words for our athletes. We will recognize the recipient of the Wisconsin Athletic Service Award. Nate Krieger, head wrestling coach, will present this award. Our two WIAA Scholar athletes will be recognized, and they will also be sharing a video with you tonight. The annual Bulldog Pride Award will be presented by Tony Porath, co-head softball coach. I will be presenting the Male and Female Athlete of the Year Award. And finally, our athletic program will conclude with the playing of our school song, which was put together during the quarantine by Mr. Alex Rambo and members of the high school band. Thank you again for watching our 2020 Varsity Athletic Program. At this time, Scott Bleck will share a few words.
Thank you, student athletes, parent guardians, and our Bulldog community, as we recognize the accomplishments and milestones of the 2019-2020 athletic year. The roar of the crowd during competition is truly something amazing that is never forgotten by one who has experienced it. Over the past year, our student athletes have created that excitement through their dedication, selfless attitude, and commitment, all of which has been brought forward the competitive edge to support the distinguished tradition of Bulldog athletics. As we end the 2019-2020 athletic season, underclassmen will have yet another opportunity to don the red and white and represent our school community on playing fields, courts, and courses. For our seniors, their journey will take them down a different path, perhaps with an opportunity to compete at a higher level of athletics, but undoubtedly in the game of life. Regardless of the path you will follow, give your committed effort to whatever you do. The attribute of commitment is repeatedly the great equalizer which separates the good from the great. Commitment can be demonstrated in just about every facet of one's life. Commitment does not guarantee success, but over time, it'll turn the odds in your favor. Each one of you has a story to tell. Our world needs individuals dedicated to the betterment of the game of life. We all play a critical role in the commitment of future successes. For our student athletes, you are creating your story every day. Challenges, opportunities, failures, and achievements will ultimately shape your story. Stay focused and be committed to what is important to you. And a message to our seniors. Although you have not been able to compete this past spring based on uncontrollable factors, your positive perseverance will always remain a beacon of light for all other student athletes and coaches to reflect on. Thank you for your forever Bulldog pride. At this time, I'd like to introduce our varsity coaches who will reflect on the 2019-2020 seasons.
Hey everybody, Coach Marsh here to discuss the 2019 football season. I'm going to go ahead and begin with what happened off the field for our team. We started off the year by doing a tremendous service to the city of New London and also to some of the homeowners in the area. Of course, we had that huge storm back in July, and our football team gave up their 5 contact days in order to help people in need. So it was a time for us to come together as a team, freshmen all the way through seniors, working hard, doing something off the field, which was a nice bonding experience, and to show that through hard work and through effort and doing the right thing, you can help people out. So great life lessons there. Next off, we helped the New London Historical Society. We've done this for the last 4 or 5 years. They have their annual Heritage Days event down at Memorial Park, and some of our teammates go down there and help them set up for that and take down over their 2-day event. Also, we have our varsity team. This is another tradition that we have here at Bulldog Football, is they are the coaches for our flag football teams. So our youth grades 3rd through 6th grade, they get out there and they help them each Saturday morning. That's, of course, coming off after playing a game on Friday night. They're right back at it there to help the youth in our community, which is awesome to see. To recap our season, we finished with a phenomenal 7-2 season record, the regular season record that is. Unfortunately, we did lose our playoff game, so we finished overall at 7-3. This team accomplished quite a few awesome things this year. We made the playoffs for the 3rd consecutive year. We were able to host a playoff football game for the 2nd time consecutively, or 2nd year in a row. We had 10 all-conference selections, which is the most we've had in a long, long time. A couple of big games I can think about opening up the year with a 35-7 victory over Luxembourg Casco at home, and a huge homecoming victory, 37-21 over Xavier this year. Over the course of the year, we had 9 school records broken, which again is a tribute to the great talent and skill and hard work and dedication and togetherness of this team. One of the ones that stands out is we broke the modern day scoring record by scoring 63 points in a game against Green Bay East this year. The other thing that I remember a lot about this year is just the tremendous support that we had from the fans, the pep band, the student sections. It was just a packed house, loud and rocking on Friday nights. Bulldog Stadium was the place to be, which was awesome support again for our student athletes, and it shows a great deal of community pride. Thank you very much.
This season, the volleyball team finished the fall of 2019 with a record of 10-19. One of my favorite memories of the season was when we were in the Green Bay East tournament. Early in the day, we played Southern Door and lost in 3 sets, but we were able to face them again later that day in bracket play and beat them in a very competitive 3 sets. It was a great match. Everyone came together, played hard to defeat a team that we had just lost to, and it was a lot of fun and very meaningful since we had just lost to them that morning. Some season individual highlights include Megan Cable leading the team in aces with 34 due to her strong serve. Marissa Messina led the team in kills with 144 and in blocks with 63. Leading the team in assists with 187 was Molly Cable. Our libero, Emma Bloom, led the team in digs with 311. This season, we had great leaders who led by example on and off the court. Our team captains were Emma Bloom, Abby Gillespie, Marissa Messina, and Lauren Strossen-Ruther. Finally, I would like to take the time to recognize our amazing seniors. Marissa, Emily, Molly, Abby, Shayla, Maddie, Lauren, Megan, and Emma. We were so lucky to have you all 4 years. We will miss you all next season. From your random dance moves throughout practice and before games, your love of playing queens and secret squirrel, your competitiveness, specifically Marissa, who was willing to tackle basically anyone to get to the ball, and finally, everyone's willingness to work hard and be leaders for everyone from freshmen through seniors. I know that you all do great things in the future. Good luck from your New London volleyball family.
Coach Floor here for Varsity Tennis. We finished 5th overall in conference, putting up a battle against Shawano. We lost a lot of varsity senior members last year, and so the team had to do a lot of rebuilding and earning their spots on the varsity team, and they stepped it up and they really were playing competitively and showing that they wanted to be on the varsity team. Tess Ruckdashel and Lauren Winkler also qualified for sectionals along with Peyton Kringle. Those 3 players took us back to sectionals for the 3rd year in a row, hoping for 4 next season. Tess Ruckdashel and Lauren Winkler also qualified for second team all conference with tennis, and I am looking forward to the future of this program because I hope that it continues to grow.
The boys and girls cross country team had different experience levels coming into the season. The girls were bringing back only 2 varsity runners from the year before. With all these new runners, the entire season was a learning process. The girls did an awesome job at building from meet to meet. They ended up finishing the season with a 3rd place finish at conference, where they were only 2 points behind 2nd place. Their 5th place finish at sectionals was the girls' highest finish in over 20 seasons. The boys, on the other hand, were bringing back one of the most experienced teams in the state. They had worked their way up to being ranked as high as 3rd place. They had highlights of beating Kimberly and Appleton North, who both had state rankings of 6th and 7th place. The boys ended up finishing the season with their 3rd straight conference title and their 2nd straight trip to state. The boys ended up finishing 8th place at the state meet, and with their 3.94 GPA, they were the 2nd ranked team in the state on the academic all-state list.
In the fall 2019 boys soccer season, the Nolan boys soccer program took an honorable 5th place in the Bay Conference with a record of 4 wins, 6 losses, and 7 ties. Tucker Hebner and Sam Yonke earned a 2nd place all-conference recognition. One of the highlights of this year was a crucial win over the Xavier Hawks. This is the first time that the New London boys soccer program has ever beaten Xavier. This team was very young with 4 freshmen and only 3 seniors, being Ben Malliott, Nick Roberts, and Jacob Wool. So this season could be characterized as a season of youth and growth. The lasting impact on the seniors will never be forgotten. Thank you to all those who participated in the fall 2019 season, and we look to the future for other great seasons.
I'm Stacey Ruck-Dashel, the New London High School girls head swim coach. Our 2019 season went very well. We ended the season 3rd in conference overall. We had our 400 free relay earn first place honorable mention, which was made by Sydney Ruckdashel, Mara Dorn, Louise Lengart. We had first place all conference went to Louise Lengart in the 200 IM. Third place honorable mention, which is in 200 IM, was Ellie Vigil. Our MVP this year was Louise Lengart and Mara Dorn. Team players were Sydney Ruckdashel and Grace Scala. Bay Conference Senior Swimmer of the Year, which was voted on by the Bay Conference coaches, went to Sydney Ruckdashel. Our captains, Sydney Ruckdashel and Brielle Brickle. Our sectional team this year was composed of 11 girls, which they had to swim to meet this competition. Sydney Ruckdashel, Brielle Brickle, Grace Scala, Izzy Llewellyn, Kennedy Lathrop, Bree Hacker, Raven Procknell-Young, Louise Lengart, Mara Dorn, and Ellie Vigil. We had our greatest accomplishment of all was we had Louise Lengart. She qualified for state in the 200 IM at the sectional meet.
But probably the greatest accomplishment for the year was the athletes. The girls are awesome. We love you guys. Go Bulldogs.
Good evening, Bulldog family. On behalf of the entire Lady Bulldog program, we want to thank you for your support all season. It was tremendous and really willed us to some victories down the stretch. Our team was actually picked second in the conference, and that's what we did. We finished 10-4 on the year in the Bay, and then finished with a 15-9 record overall. We actually won 10 games down the stretch to end the year before falling in the regional final for the third time in the last 5 seasons. Can't thank our 4 seniors enough for the time and dedication that they've put in during their time of wearing the Bulldog uniform, and wish them nothing but the best of luck in their future endeavors. On behalf of everybody within our youth program up way at the top, we hope everybody stays healthy during this crazy time, and I look forward to seeing everybody real soon. Take care and keep doing the amazing Bulldog pride that everybody keeps doing in our community. Thank you, folks.
The New London boys basketball team had a very successful season this year, going 15-9 overall and 9-5 in conference, which was good for third. First, we'd like to thank our parents for our support they've shown, our coaches for the time that they put in to make us better people and better players, and the coaches would like to thank the players on an outstanding season. All your hard work and dedication is really, really important and makes us a better team and better people. This team was really good this year, but sadly we are going to miss our seniors who laid down the groundwork again this year. Nick, Garrett, Chase, Briley, Ethan, Aaron, Evan, all you guys were awesome this year. Thank you so much for all the time you've put in. The New London boys basketball program is in a really good place right now, thanks to our seniors and our entire program. Thanks to the fans for your support this year. We could not have done it without you. The Dog Pound was rocking this year, and it's going to keep rocking in the future. Thanks for everyone for the support this year. New London boys basketball, we'll be back.
Hey Bulldog fans, it's Coach Krieger here, talking New London Wrestling, giving you a recap of our season. Overall, we had a pretty good season, finishing third in the Bay Conference. We ended up with 16 individual podium placers at the different individual tournaments that we went to, 3 sectional qualifiers, and of course 1 state qualifier. We're really looking forward to next year, bringing a lot of our team back, and have high expectations moving forward.
Hi, I'm Stacy Ruckdash, the New London Dance Coach. This year, I'm giving you the 2019-2020 highlights of our season. We had 14 varsity dancers. We have a very young team of 2 freshmen, 6 sophomores, 3 juniors, and 3 seniors. The awards that were given, MVP went to Izzy Gullickson and Katrina Shaw. Team player was Sydney Ruckdashel and Izzy Llewellyn. Our captains were Molly Droscher, Grace Rowland, and Sydney Ruckdashel. The dancers had a very busy year. We started off with the football season performing jives at 3 or 4 home football games. Then we moved into basketball season. During the basketball season, the girls performed 21 games with their halftime show. We had a friends and family showcase, which involved the 8th grade dance team, the junior varsity dance team, and the varsity dance team, where they performed for all the friends and family. They marched in 2 parades, and we held a dance camp for 104 elementary students. We also went to competitions. Some of the highlights from the competition is we went to the Showtime Showcase and we earned a grand champion, which was first place in pom and first place in hip hop, and the total score outnumbered anyone else. At regionals, we had 2nd place, and with regionals, we qualified for state, which was nice to see that we returned to state for 3 years in a row. The dance team has been a super fun team to work with. It's awesome to see them start at the beginning with their routine and to end with their final goal to make state. And this team managed to accomplish their goal for another year. Way to go, dance team.
Rock climbing team had a great start to their season. We had several climbers who advanced to finals competitions and others who were bumped up divisions this season. While our season was effectively cut in half, I'm sure that we would have had a great showing at the state finals competition in May. Great job to all climbers. I'm so proud of you. Go Bulldogs!
Coach Schaefer and I knew that our season could be cut short, but we always held on to the glimmer of hope that the season would start back up again in May. We had a game plan of meets and practices that would take us strong into the postseason, and we were eager to move ahead. Sadly, with the Safer at Home extension, our season was cut short.
As coaches, we knew we were sitting on a gold mine of upperclassmen talent. We've had many great teams with amazing cultures over the past couple of years. This year was going to be different. It was especially unique because we had extraordinary student athletes for a record number of underclassmen to learn from. We were bringing back 8 state qualifiers, many of whom had goals of becoming state champions. Sadly, with the season being cut short before it even took off, we will never know what may have been.
The story of our seniors is not only one of athletic ability, but exceptional dedication to the craft of track and field, high standards of character and perseverance. They are humble, kind, very hardworking, and truly do go above, which was the theme they chose for this season. One of the biggest misfortunes of the season is our underclassmen will not get to experience this kind of leadership. We have a large number of new athletes from the freshman level upward that are missing out on the new experience of the unique and specific track and field training that takes place at the high school level. We would love to see you all again next season as we adjust our training plans and rebuild from this year.
We want to wish our seniors well in their new adventures. We hope that all the underclassmen continue to work hard and build on this program. I want to thank you all for your dedication and effort, and we miss you all.
Welcome. My name is Melinda Hull. I'm one of the varsity softball coaches here at New London High School. I'll be giving you a summary of our 2020 softball season and also highlighting to our senior athletes. As you all know, we were unable to step foot onto our softball field this year during the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. However, our softball players remained consistent and focused on the task at hand. They still focused on our softball season even though we were unable to play. Our girls, seniors, honored our teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week during the 4th through the 8th. Each of them picked a staff member or a teacher and honored them through a video, and they sent it to them. Tess Ruckdashel is our very first senior. Tess had played catcher when she first got brought up to varsity. She also played third base and second base for us. Tess also was the game-winning scorer during our game 3 years ago versus Wrightstown at Freedom. Tess was a pinch runner and came around third and slid into home, scoring our winning run for us to move on to state. Next, we have Lauren Winkler. Lauren's been a 3-year varsity starter, would have been a 4-year varsity starter. She was out halfway through her junior year with mono, so she was raring to get back onto the field. But Lauren will be forever known as She was the one that got her home run wiped away, that went over the fence, that was on live TV, that went over the fence, but her home run was wiped away clean, and in that was the same game at Freedom versus Wrightstown. Lauren Strozenruther was our outfielder, mainly played left field during her junior year. She was a leader on and off the field, but she also was a leader making sure that she had chicken nuggets before every varsity softball game. Trinity Starks. Trinity, you're one of the most outgoing athletes that I've ever coached. I was really looking forward to seeing you grow this season. You wear your passion on your sleeve. And listen, Linda, this is going to get better. Also, we have Allison Schmidt, who everyone knows on our team as Rose. Allison Schmidt has a heart of gold. She was the heart of our team for softball. She always got along with everyone and made sure that everyone had a positive attitude. And even though she's really, really quiet, there is a fierce little competitive athlete in that girl. And then we have Elena Gomez. Elena played softball for 3 years. Last year she started on JV and everything was just starting to click. She started hitting the ball, she started catching, and we were really looking forward to her positive attitude. As Coach Porath would also tell you, Selena, what are you doing? So that was our 2020 softball season in a wrap. We really wish we would have been able to play, but due to the unforeseen circumstances, we were unable to. Have a great off season.
Good evening. I'm Joe Messina, girls soccer head coach. I want to thank everyone who put the time and the effort in to make tonight happen. I was really looking forward to this girls season, and it saddens me that we did not get to play it. I believe we would have done very well this year as we were returning 12 seniors, 8 of whom were starters. 2 of them were all conference players. This was a great group of girls to be around and coach. I will miss all the laughs that we had, but their competitiveness is what I will miss the most. I want to wish the seniors the best of whatever their futures hold. I will miss you greatly. Thank you.
Baseball is looking forward to taking the next steps, advancing deep in the playoffs this coming season. The team had planned a trip to Orlando, Florida for spring training to play schools from all over the country. Felt this trip would have been a huge springboard for our season. Expect the big things out of the team. The cancellation of the spring trip and subsequent extension of the stay-home order that canceled our season has been heartbreaking for everybody. We returned first-team all-conference players Gabe Bolt and Kyler Brinkman, along with all-conference selections Bradley Johnson and Tucker Cole. Our pitching depth would have been a huge strength for this team. Our seniors will undoubtedly go on to accomplish great things beyond high school baseball, but I'm highly disappointed they weren't able to experience one last WIA tournament series tournament. Spencer Fulks, who's been our manager the past 4 years, will be attending UWGB in the fall. Utility player Cole Schweitzer, pitcher outfielder Chevin Oss, and shortstop Brooks Griffin will be off to Fox Valley Technical College. Pitcher outfielder Josh Hansen will become a combat medic for the U.S. Army. Pitcher first baseman Briley Johnson is off to UW La Crosse. Pitcher outfielder Ty Batten will play baseball for the Western Technical College Cavaliers, and catcher Tucker Cole will play baseball for UW Stevens Point. I've had the pleasure of being around these guys the last 4 years, and they've been nothing but great. Still, just disappointed that they weren't able to really see where this team could go this year, because I think we could have did some great things. Go Bulldogs.
Good evening. We were looking forward to a successful golf season this year, but unfortunately it was canceled because of COVID. The Bulldogs planned on finishing in the upper half of the Bay Conference, which we have in the past couple of years, and continuing to get better. Unfortunately, we will not get that opportunity. But what we feel the worst for are our 3 seniors, Evan Delho, Aaron Schultz, and Ben Grumman. Thank you guys so much for your dedication to the program. We hope you keep playing golf the entire life, and you're always welcome back. Thanks for everybody for your support, and hopefully we get to play again next year.
Congratulations to all the student athletes who were recognized for their accomplishments during the athletic season. A huge thank you to all the coaches for providing their season summaries. Sharing the team's success with the entire Bulldog community is a great way to exhibit Bulldog pride. We will now recognize the recipient of the 2019-2020 Wisconsin Athletic Service Award. Each year, athletic directors across Wisconsin are given the opportunity to nominate an individual or group from their respective community to create the Wisconsin Athletic Service Award. This award highlights individuals, businesses, and community organizations who assist in maintaining athletics as an integral part of the total educational program for our student athletes. Nathan Krieger, head wrestling coach, will present the Wisconsin Athletic Service Award.
The 2019-2020 Wisconsin Athletic Service Award recipient is Stalker Sports Floors. Stalker Sports Floors has been a mainstay in the city of New London for the last 45 years. This humble company with a generous heart has contributed to the school district of New London in recent years through scoreboard sponsorship, purchasing of the outdoor bleachers at Bulldog Stadium, co-curricular account donations, and gymnasium flooring work and maintenance. Stalker Sports Floors is also a major supporter of the wrestling program. They have donated new mats for the wrestling room, purchased cleaning equipment to make sure that our mats stay sanitized, and our athletes remain healthy. I cannot begin to count the hours of donated time that Steve and Beth have provided to the wrestling program. This gesture, in and of itself, speaks volumes to their generosity and selfless service to our community, and they continue to go out of their way to make sure that the wrestling program has what they need. On behalf of the School District of New London, thank you, Stalker Sports Floors, for your continued support of New London Athletics, and congratulations on receiving the Wisconsin Athletics Service Award. Mr. Slomo will now present the WIAA Scholar Athletes.
Each year, WIAA member schools are able to select 2 student athletes, one male and one female, who meet the criteria set forth by the WIAA to be nominated as scholar athletes. The standards that determine eligibility reflect total credits earned, a GPA above a 3.5, individual sport championships earned, as well as team sport championships earned. Additionally, all conference honors are also taken into account when nominating our scholar athletes. It is my honor and privilege to present 2 outstanding individuals as New London High School's WIAA Scholar Athletes, Sarah Watling and Caden Rybrock. Sarah Watling is a 7-time varsity lottery recipient in swimming, soccer, cross country, and track and field. She is a 4-year member of the Math League and part of the Principal Advisory Council. Sarah is also Treasurer of National Honor Society and Secretary of Spanish Honor Society. She is in the top 10 of her graduating class, and in the fall will be attending Northern Michigan University to study sociology. Caden Rybrock, who is our salutatorian for the class of 2020, is a 7-time varsity lottery recipient in cross country and track and field. During his sophomore, junior, and senior years, the cross country team were Bay Conference champs, and during his junior year, the cross country team were regional champs. Caden is a 2-time state qualifier in cross country, first team all-conference selection this year in cross country, and academic all-state. In addition, his peers voted him team captain and team MVP for cross country this past year. Caden will be attending UW-Madison and double major in accounting and data engineering. Congratulations on being chosen as New London's 2019-2020 WIAA Scholar Athletes. At this time, Caden and Sarah will share a few words about the positive impact that athletics and academics have had on their time at New London High School.
I am Sarah Watling.
And I am Caden Rybrook.
And we are the WIAA Student Scholar Athletes for this academic year. We were asked to write a speech focused on our athletic career and the community that has supported us and made us the people we are today. We could not have been as successful as we were or have gotten the opportunities that we have without those around us. Here are some people who have supported us in our athletics and life in general.
More critical to our athletic success than Coach Schaefer. He is amazing at balancing the hard work that needs to get done with an emphasis on turning a group of individuals into a family. And that balance is a major reason for our collective success. He is more than a coach or a mentor to the cross-country and track teams. He is a true friend that cares about us as individual people and will do whatever he can to make us succeed. Coach Schaefer's passion for running is unquestionable and rivaled only by one other, my dad. There's truly nothing like waking up the day of a race to my dad screaming, "It's race day!" My family is amazing. I've had family members at each and every meet that I've ever ran in, and they are who I run for. Thank you, Coach Schaefer and my family, for supporting me as a runner and as a person. It is through running that I have become who I am.
Some more people that have affected our athletic success are our cross-country and track teammates. There's no denying that we are a weird group of people, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Both of these teams are so supportive and team-focused, and truly are a family. We would also like to thank Coach Yerke, who was so encouraging and positive, while also being super knowledgeable about track. A few more influential people we'd like to thank are our families and parents, our incredible teachers, and the community of New London. Without all of you, none of our successes in athletics would have been possible.
Career and development have been the track and cross-country teams. These teams are quite unique and have given us countless memories that we will cherish forever. These are some memories that stand out to us.
A few of our favorite memories are the cross-country team zucchini, yes, like the actual vegetable, that our teammate brought one day and became a symbol of our team. We carried it around to a bunch of meets, and the other teams thought that we were insane, especially during awards when each person who won a medal would pose with it. We also have a painted team chair that's been passed down and is brought to the Bulldog invite every year. It's also a symbol of our team. Another thing that we do is something called the quarter runs. where Coach Schaefer gives us a quarter to go run into town and buy the weirdest things that we can find with it. We do it in cross country and in track, and he has gotten some of the most bizarre things that you can imagine. Some more memorable moments were the boys' teams qualifying for the state meets in cross country and in track.
So much more than just teams. We were family. It's easy to focus only on yourself in individual sports, but there's an overwhelming amount of respect that comes with running. We fed off our teammates' energy, and we made it a point to cheer on and push each other in practices and races. These truly great people made this team special, and I'm proud to say that I was a part of the greatest cross-country team in the history of New London.
I am devastated, and I know all of my fellow athletes are as well, that our spring sports seasons were canceled. I know that myself, Caden, and our teammates ran hundreds of miles this winter to prepare for track, only to never see our hard work pay off. The only comfort I really have is that I have good health and that I am experiencing this with my class and others across the globe. Nothing will ever fully make up for the memories and times that we have lost. I hope that we can learn something from this time and appreciate what we do have in this present moment. I hope that all of you continue to stay safe and healthy, and I want to thank you for this opportunity.
Mr. Sloma and Mr. Tony Porath will now present the Pride Award.
Each year, the varsity coaches are asked to nominate one student athlete from their respective sport that exemplifies superb character in the classroom and in athletics. Members of the Athletic Advisory Council receive the nominations and select one individual that meets the criteria for the Bulldog Pride Award. The acronym PRIDE stands for P, positive role model. R, respected by peers and adults. I, involved in multiple activities. D, dedicated athlete. And E, educational success. At this time, co-head softball coach Tony Porath will present the 2020 Bulldog Pride Award.
I am honored to present the 2019-2020 Bulldog Pride Award. The recipient of this year's Pride Award exemplifies all of the characteristics set forth. She has been a three-sport athlete all 4 years of high school. She participated in tennis, basketball, and softball. She was a captain and second team all-conference for both softball and tennis while being named the team MVP for tennis. She has been a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and DECA. Within DECA, she served as an officer and was a 3-year state qualifier. The Pride Award recipient has a 3.979 GPA and is an 8-time highest honor academic winner. This student athlete demonstrates all of the Bulldog Pride traits, and it is with great pleasure and honor to announce that Tess Ruckdashel is the recipient of this year's Bulldog Pride Award. Congratulations, Tess, on receiving the Bulldog Pride Award. Mr. Sloma will now present the Male and Female Athlete of the Year Award.
The Senior Athlete of the Year is determined by a scoring matrix designed by the Athletic Advisory Council. The matrix awards points for athletic participation, school and conference awards, conference, regional, and tournament success, and academic and co-curricular coach success. Athlete of the Year winners will receive a plaque, and their names will be added to the perpetual plaque that is located in the Hall of Fame showcase. We will start with the Male Athlete of the Year. The recipient for the 2020 Male Athlete of the Year has been a 4-year participant in cross country and track and field. He is a 3-time Bay Conference team cross country champion, earned 6 Bay Conference awards, a 4-time state qualifier in both cross country and track and field, a team captain, and member of the academic all-state cross country team. It is with great pleasure that I announce Max Krause as your 2020 Male Athlete of the Year. Max will be attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities and major in computer science. Congratulations, Max, on receiving the 2020 Male Athlete of the Year award. The 2020 Female Athlete of the Year has been a 3-sport athlete all 4 years in high school, participating in swimming, dance, and track and field. Some of her accomplishments include 4 Bay Conference honors in swimming, a 2-time sectional swim qualifier, Bay Conference Senior Swimmer of the Year, 3-time dance state qualifier, 3-time team captain in dance and swimming. If the spring season was not canceled, she would have been a 12-time letter winner. It is with great pleasure that I announce Sydney Ruckdaschel as your 2020 Female Athlete of the Year. She will attend UW-Stevens Point and major in Business Administration and Accounting. Congratulations, Sydney, on receiving the 2020 Female Athlete of the Year award. I conclude tonight's athletic program in the same breath as I started, with gratitude. Thank you, coaches, for your commitment to your athletes and your program. The amount of time and energy that you put into your sport is not appreciated enough. The reward is knowing that your student athletes are better people with high character because they are part of your program. I am humbled to be your activities director. I also want to recognize and thank 2 varsity coaches that will not be returning next year. Caitlin Thompson has been coaching volleyball at the high school for the last 6 seasons, 2 years at each of the 3 levels. She is stepping down to spend more time with her family. Jim Brown will be taking over the volleyball program next year. Mark Marsh, head football coach, stepped down after 7 seasons in that role. His combined 20 years in the high school program saw 9 appearances in the WIAA playoffs, a 2007 Bay Conference championship, and a 2007 WIAA state runner-up. Mark's passion for football and the program will be greatly missed. Kyle Collins, who was hired as our new English teacher at the high school, will be taking over the varsity program. Thank you to our student athletes. This past year, as you just saw, presented many accomplishments along the way and ended with an unforeseen obstacle in COVID-19. Through it all, your character, integrity, and perseverance shined through, making the 2019-2020 season, even though it was shortened, extremely rewarding. Thank you to Katie Belial for her organization within the athletic department and compiling all of the necessary information that is needed throughout the season. The athletic department is extremely fortunate to have you on the team. Thank you, Matt Lubick, Brett Erdman, Steve Malliott, Thomasina Falks, and Allie Garrigan for supplying countless photographs throughout the year. Thank you, Sage Trumbauer, for putting together the fall and winter slideshow videos. Thank you to Joe Grunzel for engraving the plaques that players received at the end of their season that showcase their team award and athlete accomplishments. Thank you to Carl Sternhagen for your awesome drone footage that opened up our 2020 athletic program. Thank you, Mary Dickrell and Tony Techland, for putting together this virtual presentation. Their behind-the-scenes work is greatly appreciated, and this program could not have happened without each of you. Seniors, congratulations on graduating from New London High School and having a positive impact on New London athletics. Best of luck in your future endeavors, and I wish you great success. Many of you know that the playing of the school song is near and dear to me. Hearing our fans sing the song as a band plays puts a smile on my face and pride in my heart. I leave you tonight with our school song, which was put together by high school band director Mr. Alex Rambo and some of his students. Stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see each other again very soon. Go Bulldogs.
Bye.